What do you see? What does it say up here?
Staying in shape.
Yeah, staying in shape. That's the topic in this chapter. Today, in particular, we're talking about the past progressive. Okay, we left off yesterday, we talked about the simple past. Today we're talking about the past progressive. Let me grab my book over here. In the book, I'm on page 9. Actually, I'm on 8, you're right. We left off, we talked about the simple past, right? The simple past is an action that began and ended at a particular time in the past, right? That's in this little box right here. I would highlight that, okay? I love to ask true and false questions about the tenses as well. Alright? So, now I want to talk about a little rule, okay? And we're still in the simple past. It's called the when rule. The when rule. When you have a when adverb clause of time, alright, so I have a complex sentence. I have a main clause. The verb is in the simple past. I have a when clause. The verb is in the simple past. This has to be true of the verb tenses, and you have to have a when adverb clause for this to work. But when you do have all of these things, simple past, when clause, the action in the when clause happened when? First or second? First. See, it's easy to get confused because you can stick the when clause before the main clause or after the main clause. So when you read a sentence like that, it might confuse you and you're not sure when the action actually happened. So, how do we know? Well, we know because the when clause action happened first. If the verb in the when clause is simple past, and the verb in the main clause is simple past. Are you with me?
Yep.
Look at the example. Rita stood under the tree when it began to rain. Somebody, first of all, let me make sure. Do you know where the main clause is? What's the main clause? Read it to me. Just the main clause. Right here. Read it.
Rita stood under the tree when...
Ah!
Just
the main clause. Read it again.
Rita stood under the tree.
Okay. Rita stood under the tree. And where is the when clause, the adverb clause?
at the beginning.
At the beginning today. When? When?
So listen, you got this word here, and then you got this, right? That's the adverb clause. We have a complex sentence. And so, let me ask you a question. What's the verb in this clause?
Stop.
Yeah, what tense is it?
Stay.
Yeah, what tense is this? What verb tense?
Similar.
Yeah, it's just past. And then, where's the verb down here?
Beginning.
And what tense is that?
Simple.
Good. Now, let me ask you another question. Did Rita stand under the tree first, or did it rain first?
No, rain.
The raining first, and he's dead. She's dead under the tree.
Good. So this happened first. This happened second. How did you know that?
When?
Because when the raining, she's dead in the tree.
Correct. How did you know that that's the way it's... How did you know what was first? Can you explain this to me? What just happened?
Main clause.
Can someone help him? Can you explain how he knew that? I just want to hear you say it.
Yeah, the rule, teacher.
The rule.
You put the main
What rule?
Yeah, when rule.
The when rule.
Yeah,
Okay, tell me about it.
You put the main clause in first, then you put the when clause. So. And that's it.
That's it? But what about the verb tenses?
Past.
Oh, so you're saying they have to be a certain tense.
Yeah.
What tense?
Past.
What if one of them's past and one's future? Is that okay?
No.
Does that work?
No.
It only works when...
All of them is past.
Is everybody okay?
Yeah.
All right. Hey, will you read C?
See, when Mr. Shaw heard a strange noise, she got up and investigate.
To investigate. Yeah, so what's the main clause? Just read the main clause.
The main?
Yeah.
When Mr. Chow Main? Oh, okay, main. She got up to,
Investigate.
yeah,
So what's the verb tense? What's the verb?
past,
Yeah, what is the verb?
got,
Got. So that's past. And then what's the when clause? Read the when clause.
yeah, when Mr. Chow heard a strange noise.
Yeah, what's the verb there?
Here,
Heard.
yeah,
Yeah, and what tense is that?
past.
Good. What happened first? Did she hear the strange noise first, or did she get up first?
No, she heard a strange voice.
Yeah. Yeah. She heard the noise first and then got up. Are you okay? Yasa, read F.
When I drop it my cup, the coffee is on my lap.
Yeah. What tense are those verbs there?
Past,
Past.
Yeah.
All right. So what happened first? Did she drop the cup first, or did she spill it on her lap first?
don't back up.
Listen, most of the time it's logical. Right. She dropped it and then it spilled.
Yeah.
Yeah. Turn the page. Are you okay?
Yeah.
Everybody okay? I feel like you're okay. Hey, if you're not okay, you need to stop me. Okay? Okay, you stop me and say, teacher, I'm confused. You're making me go crazy. Yeah. Yes. Thank you. Go back. I like that. Good question. Hey, here's another rule. Do you notice here, is there a comma or no comma?
No comma.
No comma. How do I know when to put a comma and when not to put a comma?
When I start by winning.
Good.
Noise, yeah.
So listen, when I put this first, okay? When it began to rain, comma or no comma?
Comma.
Comma, Rita, good. Rita stood under the tree. So, good question. And actually, that is a huge problem for people when they write, and it's a tag! It'll kill you, okay? When the when clause or the adverb clause is on the front, it always gets a comma no matter what, okay? Now listen, I'm going to tell you something. It's free. You're not supposed to know this yet. But there is one kind of adverb clause. It's called an adverb clause of contrast. It always gets a comma, even when the adverb clause comes last. Let me give you the starter words. So when the adverb clause starts with although, what's that? Hold on. Although, we also got, what else we got? Whereas. Let's just stop there, okay? So if the adverb clause starts with either of those, it always gets a comma. It doesn't matter if it comes first or second. You with me? That's enough of that. I don't want to confuse anyone. We're talking about when, okay? All you need to know now is when it starts with a when. If it comes first, put a comma. If it comes second, don't worry about a comma. Yes.
It's first past. Yeah.
Yes, this is past. It's an irregular. Begin, began, begun. You okay? You okay? Okay. All right, turn the page. And let's take a look at something else. Now, on this page, they give us some more when clauses. I gotta keep working on names here. All right, let's have Yasmin. You're here, right? You're Yasmin. Well, give me your name again. Sheda. Okay. Yasmin, read G.
It was walking down the street when it began to rain.
I was walking down the street. Comma or no comma?
No comma.
No comma. When it began to rain. Now, let me ask you, Yasmin, what's the verb tense here?
Was walking.
Yeah, what's the form of the verb? Somebody help her.
That's progressive.
It's past progressive.
With ing.
Now let me ask you a question. Is that the same as past? I mean, is it exact? It's not. Be careful. What is the form of the verb here?
Past tense.
It's just past. So does this rule work?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's past
No.
too. Past.
Let me ask you a question. I was walking down the street when it began to rain. Was I walking down the street first, or did it rain first?
No, walk
We
on the
walk
street.
on first.
See, it doesn't work.
Why?
Because it's not a simple past.
It should be.
It has to be. This rule only works when you have a simple past, simple past. As soon as I change this to a past progressive,
Yeah.
the rule doesn't work anymore, and actually it changes it. See, I'm getting wet! Oh no! See, what happened first? Am I walking first or did it rain first?
Walking.
I'm already walking, I'm in motion.
Yeah.
See that? And then as I'm walking, it starts to rain. So be careful. All right. Hey, look at the next. Read the next one, Yasmin.
While I was walking down the street, it began to rain.
Yeah,
It began
good.
to rain.
Yeah. So listen. While I was walking down the street, now that's interesting. We put the comma, right?
Yeah.
It began to rain. Is G and H? Is there any difference in G and H? Yeah. What's your question?
Number H.
Okay.
Letter. So first of all, we put ing and the second base form.
You're talking about G.
HH.
H. While I was walking. No, there's no base. I mean, it's just was past tense and then the verb ing, right?
Yeah.
What do you? Why are you saying base form?
Begin.
It began to rain. That's a simple past. It's begin, B-E-G-I-N is simple present. You would say to begin. You don't say to began. It's actually a simple past. It's an irregular verb. Okay? Yeah, there is a comma because the adverb. Yeah, it's the adverb clause, and it came first. Okay? So listen, even if I put the main clause first, it began to rain while I was walking down the street. Well, hey, guess what?
What?
It's still the same.
Yeah.
I was walking down the street first, and then it began, and it's all because of that progressiveness. You okay? All right. Read I. Go ahead, Yasmin. Read I. Rita.
Rita was standing under a tree when it began to rain.
Same thing. Okay? So she's already under the tree. She's standing. She's progressive. And then at some point it starts raining. So she's already under the tree. Okay? And then J, read J.
At 8 o'clock last night, I was studying.
Good. So it says in J, look off to the right. Is that my phone? Sorry, guys. It says, while I was studying in one room of our apartment, my roommate was having a party in the other room. Oh, I'm sorry. Go back up to J.
J.
Yeah, read J one more time.
At 8 o'clock last night, I was studying.
Yep. So it says in J, and I'm looking right over here, my studying began before 8, was in progress at that time, and probably continued. So if you think about it on a timeline, yeah, it says at 8 o'clock last night, let's just say this is 8. It says, I was studying. So, hey, listen, you probably were already studying, right? But for sure at 8 o'clock. We don't know exactly when you started, but for sure at 8, you were studying, And I'm sure, I mean, you know, you probably didn't stop at 8. You kept going past 8 a little bit. Does that make sense? Everybody okay?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, K. Let's see. Let's have Abed. Will you read 8K?
Okay.
Mhm.
While I was studying in one room of our apartment, my roommate was having party in the other room.
So this is interesting. What verb form is used in both parts of the sentence? From past progressive. So listen, this is beautiful when you have two events happening in the past at the same time.
Because both take a long time.
Yeah, I mean, two things are in action in the past at the same time. He's studying, and there happens to be a party going on. Okay? Not a good thing, but it's happening. All right. Are you guys okay? Let's practice. Look at A. A says complete each sentence with the simple past and past progressive form of the verbs in parentheses. All right, so I want you to look at each one. Let's do this the easy way. You take number 2,
Okay.
put it on the board. You take 3, just put the answer. Put 3 on the board. You put 4, 5, 6. Whoop, is there any more on there? 7, 8, 9, and you take 10. Okay? And just put the answers up here. And everybody else, you should be sitting there doing them yourself. Okay? And then we'll check the answers.